Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're well. I finally left Bamenda and I am on my way as I promised to the north. I just met Naomi right now. Like Naomi has been waiting for me for the longest time, like for 4 hours. I was supposed to leave. She's nodding behind the camera, like she's really angry. So I was supposed to leave town early by 4, but I finally left by 5. I got into a car by 7. Then I got to Yaoundé by 12:30. So we just registered for our ticket and our bus is going to be leaving by 2:30. Naomi just going to kill me. So we're going right now to the north, like I promised, to Ngaoundere, to Garoua. We're going to be taking you along. But before that, since Naomi told me that we're going to a village place, I just decided that we should come and eat. I don't know where we're going to stop. They don't have like a place like Makenene. Nothing. No, so there's no stop.
No Makenene, there's Bantai.
There's Bantai. I'll see Bantai. We're going to have like daylight for a bit because we're already late, and then the rest of the journey is going to be in the night. Guys, I passed through 4 towns. 4 towns. I'm still to go through a lot in 24 hours. Like, I don't talk Cameroon in 24 hours. It's a wonderful experience. So let us go. I'll carry you along. Since there are not many stops on the road, we decided to get some snacks for the journey. We wanted to have bihtakwe, but when we got to the spot, they only had potato and stew, so we had to eat that. Mommy, do you know I don't like stew? Do you know I don't like stew? So stomach. Naomi is my little sister. She is French. She tries to speak English. I am English. I try to speak French. So anyhow it comes out, that's how we communicate. Naomi was born and raised in Ngaoundere, so she will be taking me to Ngaoundere and showing me around. This is the first video I'll be putting out from my North series, and this is my journey to Ngaoundere. So this video is going to tell you about my experience traveling to Ngaoundere, how much it costs to get to Ngaoundere, how much time we spent, what agency you can use, and stuff like that. I'll also be sharing my observation as I went through the jungles, through the cities, through the towns, the road, the climate. You know what, just keep watching this video and let's go through it. There are 4 main ways you can use to get to Ngaoundere and the north. First, by aeroplane. The second, you can use a train. The third, you can use a bus. And the fourth, you could travel with your car. So we are using a bus. We took a bus from Van, and the agency we are using is Touristic. Touristic offers 2 services. They have a VIP service and a classic service. The VIP service costs 15,000 francs. It comes with air conditioning. They have a specific time to leave the town and they have no stops on the road, which is a good thing. The classic service, on the other hand, it costs 10,000 francs and it has no air conditioning. The bus only leaves town when the bus gets full. And they have many stops on the road. So if you are in a hurry, if you are in a haste, you don't want to take the classic service, you want to pay for the VIP service. Naomi and I are using the classic service. It's one thing to stay under the AC for a few minutes, but to stay under the AC for 24 hours, that's something else that I cannot handle. If you ask my opinion, I would prefer one leaves Yaoundé early in the morning. That way you get to avoid the traffic in Yaoundé. We stayed in Yaoundé for like 2 hours before crossing the borders. It was very frustrating. If you want to avoid the whole drama of traffic and the heat and the stops and the time you have to stay on the bus, then just go ahead and pay for a flight. A flight ticket will cost you 140,000 francs approximately. These things get to fluctuate, but 140,000 francs is going to take you to and fro, which of course is very decent for someone who has a quick thing to do in the north. You know, just get in and out. But your girl is always on a budget, okay? Plus, I really just want to go around and see places, so we are on the bus. This was the first stop we had, and this is the entrance of Yaoundé. So after this point, we are out of Yaoundé. I had this breath of relief when we left Yaoundé. I finally felt like we're getting closer to Adamawa, which was great. But the journey had not yet started. At this spot, I kept hearing somebody saying, "Anana, 8 francs avec le sac." I was like, wow. So that's like pineapple, 8 for 1,000 francs with the bag. And I'm like, where did you steal this pineapple from? So pineapple in this area should be cheap. Now, if you don't want to fly, you don't have a private car, you don't want to use the bus, you could go for a train, or should I say the train. I don't know how many of those we have here, but now the train station provides 3 services. We have the VVIP, which basically is like a room. They give you a bed space, just one person can fit on it, and the VVIP section costs 25,000 francs. The next section is the VIP section, and it's just like sitting in a bus, 2 people, and it costs 18,000 francs. Now the classic section costs 9,000 francs, and it is packed with a lot of people, a lot. I was asking Naomi how crazy the classic service with the train stations are, and she told me it is better for you to just get a bus to the north than to use the train service. So there's that. I'm just editing this video right now and I noticed this child staring. I would really love to experience, the whole train thing. So maybe when I am coming back, I will use the train. Yep, just for the experience. I spent my days snacking. Naomi doesn't eat while she travels. She says she gets nauseated. I was like, ooh, good for me. I have like 2 portions in my one stomach. I put up a video, my street food video, and I kept getting comments, Vicky, you too like chop, you too like chop. The thing is that whenever I eat, it's not like I'm trying to justify something or I'm trying to refuse a point or anything. But let me just explain this, okay? Whenever I eat, I film. Okay, you eat, you don't film, so we don't see when you're eating. But I film every time I eat, so it just feels like, okay, Vicky likes to eat, but I'm just a regular. I'm the basic average girl. No, I'm not basic. I'm not average. Okay, so let's go along. Traveling on this road, I felt like I was leaving Yaoundé to Douala because the road, Cameroon has land, lot and lot of land. My brother Delvini was telling me that, Vicky, Jesus will come that we've not exploited all of this land. I was like, oh my god. Like, people are fighting over land in Bamenda, we're fighting over land in Yaoundé, fighting in Douala. But these areas have lot of land that will never be exploited. And I was like, wait, if I carry my belongings, I carry my mattress, I carry my pillow, and I come down staying here, would armed robbers would they not kill me? So the roads felt like I was going to Douala, the same jungle feeling. But these roads were better. I didn't feel plenty potholes at all on these roads. They were just speed breaks. The Yaoundé-Douala highway has a reputation, and most people don't like traveling on this road at night. So if you're one of those people, then I would advise you not to travel to the north at night, because the roads are really, really busy. We have lots of trucks coming in. I saw some trucks with timber. I saw some trucks with like planks. I saw a truck with onion or garlic, something like that. I usually thought food left the northwest to that area, but I saw trucks leaving that area down. I don't know if they got to Yaoundé or something, but that's what I saw. I don't want to explain to you how much I slept, like when places got dark. But at some point of the journey, one of my neighbors was like, Madam, a room is 5,000 francs, and you cannot just be sleeping like that without paying for room services. And I laughed. I have never traveled with somebody and I don't get a comment like, you don't sleep, oh. That's why you sleep. You like sleep. Thing is, I always travel at night, and usually the next morning I have something very important to do, so I just maximize the little time that I have. So at this point in my life, I can sleep anywhere my head wants to sleep, I'll just sleep, and I really have no problem with it. If you're used to traveling from Bamenda to Yaoundé, you'll notice that every control point, you have to come down from the bus and show your ID card, and then you walk across some station before the bus picks you after that spot. But it's different on this road. the police people come into the bus and check your ID card in the bus. So it was a really good one for me because I really don't like waking up from sleep. Another thing I noticed was the Muslim drivers going up to the north, when they drive, they stop and they pray, and nobody complains about that. So apart from the usual driver picking up people from the road stops, we also had prayer stops and nobody was complaining. So if you don't like this kind of thing, you just want to get a VIP service that is going to take you like straight, no stops. After serious sleeping and stretching, I finally woke up and I started seeing these thatch houses. I was so satisfied. And let me just say this, in 24 hours, I saw the sun rise, I saw that sunset, I saw another sunrise. I was like, Vicky, one journey with this same pink shirt. It was so tiring. I could not just wait to get to this place. Ngaoundere is the capital of the Adamawa region. It's the barrier between the south and the north of Cameroon. The Adamawa is the third largest of Cameroon's 10 regions. As we drove past the area, I noticed that the topography was not constant. It's hilly, it's rocky, and then there's level ground. While on the bus, people spoke in 2 languages. Some spoke in French and some others spoke in a native language. I don't know if it's Hausa, Fube. I'm going to tell you more in my next video. At some point of the journey, I started having the feeling I had when I was going to Fumban. Like it felt like the same kind of thing. But when I got here and I asked for fufu and japshe, people didn't know what it was. So I was like, okay, different, all right. Now, a few observations as the bus passed. I noticed that the people here, they love privacy, because all the houses I was passing, like everybody tries to put like a barrier, a fence around their houses. And fencing here is really simple. Like if you just look, you see these sticks they have pinned on their barrier. These sticks get to sprout and they turn into beautiful trees. So it's a cheap way of fencing your house, but you still get your privacy, you get. I also think it's a way of keeping your cattle so it doesn't stray into another man's land. Just what I feel. And guys, the road to Ngaoundere is neat. This road is clean. This road is good. Like no stops, no hurdles, no potholes. I was really impressed. At this point of the journey, like I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel stress. I didn't feel anything. Like I was just done. I noticed the people here have mangoes. Not like a lot of mango trees, a lot. I was asking Naomi what the people here eat, because all along I wasn't seeing people cultivating. Like I wasn't seeing the corn sprouting. Like in Bamenda you have corn sprouting, you have beans already growing and all of that. I wasn't seeing cassava, nothing. I was like, Naomi, and she was like, no, we do corn, we do granite, but we have to wait for the rains to come before we do that. And even the few people who have started working, like they don't get to cultivate. You know how in Bamenda we banga, we kongo, like there are levels. The first level is they get to clear the grass and create like a ridge with the grass. Next step, they come and put a little bit of soil on the grass, and then the third level they get to put like the big mound of soil, you get. So I did not see it. People are just digging holes and planting. I'm like, morning guys, we just got to Ngaoundere, but we are not where we haven't gotten to like the house where we're going to, Naomi's house. We left Yaoundé like 2:30 and this is like 8 o'clock. So it's been a full day on the bus. And then personally me, so I left the house like 4. So I have been out 24 hours on the road. So I'm tired. I came down to stretch my feet. And we're getting back into the bus, and then when we get to Naomi's house, I'll let you all know. I think I'm just going to share my journey, I'm going to share my journey, how we got into Ngaoundere. I'll share it as a separate video, and then I'll share how I stayed in Ngaoundere as another separate video. Okay. When we could finally see the town, when we could finally see where we're going to, the joy in my heart was, I really cannot explain it. And in my mind there, I was just like, oh, those mangoes I've been seeing. Let me reach the house, you know me. Okay, another observation. Taxis do not work here. I hear taxis work only in the university area, but where people stay, there's no taxis. If you want to go to anywhere, you're getting a bike. I have no problem with that. I am a bike girl, but if you have a problem with that kind of thing, then this is not the place for you to visit. Ngaoundere is a place for everybody. The streets are both for man and beast, which is an amazing thing. You would agree to that, wouldn't you? So finally we got into touristic Ngaoundere. This is what it looks like. Oh my god, I was so relieved. I felt this breath of fresh air. Now, let me just give you a few tips if you intend coming to Ngaoundere. One, this place is cold. I don't know where I got my information from. You know, when I just heard North and the north is hot, I was just like, yeah, the north is hot. Since Ngaoundere is by the north, Ngaoundere should be hot. No, no, this place is very cold. Two, when you're coming here, get your bug spray. Mosquitoes, if not, they will bite. You will lose weight because of mosquito bite, I'm telling you. So get bug spray or something. Number three, prepare to have fun because it looks like there is so much fun to have here, and I cannot wait to experience it and to share it with you guys. Okay, so that's just yeah, that should be it. Now let me just let you in on some of the things I have done. The first thing that happened to me in Ngaoundere is that I got lost. I took a bike. I crammed the name of the place that I was going to. But when I got there, the bike man passed the place. He didn't know exactly where the place was. And then the houses are very similar. Okay? Can you see behind me? Nobody paints the house. It's the same color. So the only thing that saved me was the fact that I took videos. You know, as I just came, I was so excited. I took videos. So I went back to my videos and I trekked. And I followed the angle where the camera was coming from. And that's what saved me. It's going to be an amazing one. Just stay tuned to watch that video. I'll see you soon.